Hey guys, ViscoseComb24 here, bringing you a real quick redstone video. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to build this. It is my compacted, yet again, 5x5 vault door. As you can see, it all closes. When I go on over to the back side, you can see it looks the exact same as the front. And when I go back on over to the front side and flick the lever again, you can see it also all opens. It's relatively quick, especially considering I used a folded triple piston extender to shave some blocks off the top. This thing is 11 blocks wide, 11 blocks tall, and 5 blocks deep. So it has a volume of 605 blocks. This is the smallest I've ever been able to make. I might try to make smaller at some point, but for the time being, I'm pretty happy with how this thing has turned out. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So to get started on this door, put down a block, put 2 to either side, obsidian, block, obsidian, block. Do the same thing over here. There you are. Put down 3 more obsidian here, and then a total of 9 blocks. Finish off your floor. Put down 6 slime, just like so, an observer facing towards the front, and an observer facing towards the back. Sticky piston facing up there, 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 and there. Then a total of 6 normal pistons facing up, just like so. Oh, there we are. You can put down 4 normal pistons here for the time being. All of them have to be facing down, so it might be a little awkward to place. Those will come in later. This is your input. Put your lever on it. Put 2 blocks. Get out dust. Put a block up and down. Break out the temporary block. And then put down a glass block. 2 normal blocks. 3 dust. Block up. And then put down a total of 8 blocks down. Dust on those 5, and then get out repeaters. Put a repeater on 1 tick on that block, and then 2 1-tick repeaters there and there. You flick your lever. First of all, you need to put a repeater right there, and you can now see that your double piston extender is done, and part of the flattening is also done. These control the flattening for the rest, and you can put in observers real quick. The flattening for these is going to be controlled by the sides. All those pistons are going to be controlled by the sides. So let's get on to the sides. Put a block there and there, dust, and then a 1-tick repeater. Get out a torch, put a torch, then a block, then a torch. Block there, up, down, then 2 blocks just like so. 1-tick repeater, dust and dust, then a 3-tick repeater. Crouch and place a piston on that repeater, and then put in your double piston extenders just like so. You're going to need to position 5 single piston extenders there, and then go over here, put down block, block up, down, 2 more, repeater, dust, dust, and then a 3-tick repeater just like so. Crouch and use this to position your doubles, and then position your single piston extenders as well. Put a block there and there. On this block, put a 1-tick repeater. And now you can go down here. Torch, torch, piston facing in there and there. Obsidian block if you want to silence the pistons. Put 3 blocks there, and then torches on those 2 pistons. You can now fill in your walling. Get out an observer. Put a block there and there. An observer facing down there and there. 3-tick repeaters on those observers. Total of 5 dust. Get out a glass block, then 2 more dust. Put a block there with dust on it, and then a block right here with dust on it. And once you've got that, you flick your lever, you can see you have that side completed. Now on to this side. Put down a temporary block and then a piston facing down. Get out a torch, torch, block, torch, then a total of 3 blocks here, 2 more, 3 more blocks, just like so. Get out repeaters, 1-tick, 3-tick, 3-tick, and a 1-tick. Dust on those 4. Crouch and position your double piston extenders. Here we are. And then also position your single piston extenders right next to them. There we are. Once you've got that, you can put obsidian, piston, piston, torch, torch, 3 blocks, and then a torch there and there. Put a block there, and then a 1-tick repeater on that block. And now you can fill in the rest of your walling. Alright, get out glass and observers, so there we are. An observer facing down there and there. Get out repeaters, put down 2 3-tick repeaters, and then a total of 5 dust. You have to put in those 2 blocks. Glass, 2 dust, block with dust, and then another block with dust. And that is both sides completed. And as you can see, the floor also flattens as well. Now onto the top. Put a block right there. Another one, obsidian, 2 blocks. 2 blocks, obsidian, 2 blocks. Put down 3 blocks here. 3 slime, and then sticky pistons facing down there and there. Put obsidian there. Temporary block, piston, and then a piston facing down, just like so. You can get out normal pistons now. Put them there and there. Then get back out your sticky pistons and put down a total of 6, just like so. 4 obsidian in those corners, and you can now fill in the rest of your ceiling. So to get started on wiring, put a block of obsidian there, 3-tick, 1-tick, dust, and then a block to cut off that dust. Put down a total of 5 blocks in that little zigzaggy pattern. Dust on those 4 blocks, 4-tick and a 1-tick. Then get out a piston, place it right there, an observer to detect it, block, and then dust on those 2. Put a block right there, block up, and a 4-tick repeater. Come over to this side, put an obsidian block, 2-tick, 2 glass, dust. Then go over here, put a slab, upside down slab, with dust on it, block, and then dust. Block right there with a 4-tick repeater, and then you can put dust on all of those pistons. Have an observer detecting that piston. Go over here, put down a glass block, then another block, 2 4-tick repeaters, block, glass, block, 4-tick repeater, and 2 dust. Then put 2 blocks along there, 4-tick and a 4-tick. You're going to need to make that glass because that's going to have dust on it. Then a 4-tick, dust, block up, 2 more, dust, and then a 3-tick repeater with dust on it. And you can take an observer output from those 4-tick repeaters, 2 blocks, obsidian, and then 2 or 3 2-ticks. And once you've got that, you should see your entire door closes. Look at the back side, it looks the exact same as the front. And when you flick the lever once more, you should see it also all opens. Now, this is a pretty quick door, so I'm going to do a little bit of explanation as to how it works. And I believe that this is actually the block that needs to be a slab, and this can be a normal block, so good thing I caught that. Otherwise, it'll start chaining the retraction a little bit too much, and that creates cooldown. But so I'm pretty happy with how this triple piston extender turned out. So the way that it works is both sides are in synchronization, so there's no need to worry about timing differences between the two, meaning that you can just, that I was able to just set up the timings as they looked. So I have a 2-tick repeater running into this piston, so it activates first, and this dust is just running into that piston, so it starts being activated. After this piston extends, this piston is able to extend, pushing this sticky piston to where that one was. So it looks a little bit like this. That activates first, 2 ticks later that activates, pushing that piston into there, and then another 2 ticks later, this 4-tick repeater powers that block, which powers that piston. And then afterwards, you can see we take the line from this 3-tick, so that means that 7 ticks after that, or 3 ticks after that, that activates, and that gets your entire triple working. And for the retraction, the way that I had it work was this massive mess of repeaters actually manages to lock this for a really, really long time. As you can see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18 ticks running into this piston. that's how long it's being locked for. So it definitely has the time to wait for this to do its thing. The way that that happens is, first of all, this line over here deactivates, right? And then, so now after 3, 6, 9 ticks, this retracts. Or actually, no, after 7 ticks, that retracts. So I'm going to quickly remove these just so that they don't stay powered. So after 7 ticks, that depowers, retracting our first piston. 2 ticks later, that depowers, retracting our second piston. Then 5 ticks later, this piston retracts that piston. And at the same time, it also updates this observer, which does a double piston retraction. So as you can see here, I do that. Just like so. And then after the full 18 ticks have gone, that retracts. So that's how the whole thing manages to work. It's a bit complicated sounding, but it's just a lot of you know, basic one thing happening after the other. So yeah, other than that, the sides are pretty standard. I've used this side wiring pretty often, and also the bottom is just a variation of what I've used before. So yeah, just about it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm ViscoScomb24, and I'll see you next time.